We are live. Morning, everybody. Happy Thursday. Just want to check everything, make sure we're on. I don't see it on Facebook yet. I don't know why. Hey, Arthur, how are you this morning? That's odd. I don't know why it's not on Facebook or not showing on Facebook. Or my YouTube channel. Arthur, how are you? Where are you seeing me? Is it Facebook or YouTube? Ah, there it is. It's on, I see it on YouTube. So, man, that must be a big delay. YouTube, yeah. Fresh coffee in hand. Yeah, I just got back from grabbing mine. Took the dog for a walk this morning, and then I went alone. Usually I take the dog with me to Dunkin', but I'm trying to, what I call de-dog the truck. She sheds twice a year, and the hairs are everywhere. Plus, because of her snout, she drools and stuff, and it was all over the doors and the back of the seats. So I've been shampooing and doing that. But then yesterday it was, I think it got to, or 2 days ago, it got to 88 degrees and I had to stop. It was just way too hot. So I stopped. I got to finish today. I only have one door left and I have to vacuum. Probably have enough hair to have another small dog. Yeah, I still don't see it on Facebook yet, which is weird. No, nothing I can do here for the settings, but that's okay. So what's up with you today, Arthur? Any plans? Or you just take the day as it comes? Nothing wrong with that. It's 70 here and it's going to be 80. They said 87 or something today, and it's already, when the sun's out, it's already hot. It is. But I called the guy that I know down the street, and he was a week backed up. And the other reason I'm doing this is because I want to get rid of the truck. I want to trade it in, try to get something a little bigger. A lot planned today. I hear you. I do too. I'm trying to box up my Amazons today. I'm going to make my batch go live. And at that point, it's going to tell me, so many have to go to this warehouse, so many have to go to that warehouse. And so I have to lay everything out. I got 105 items or whatever. I'm going to put them on a table, and then I'll pick and start making my boxes and hopefully get them out before 5 today. Then I start it all over again. So that is about it. I'm going to text somebody here. Trying to decide whether to go to a storage auction or not. I mean, it's always worth the look, right? Where are you again? I don't remember. I know we have a couple closing tomorrow here, but I'm trying to hold off from buying anything until I get rid of everything. I don't mean get rid of everything. I mean put my, I have a sheet where my list of things I should do, and I have a bad habit of adding to it before finishing the sheet. So that's what I'm trying to do. Good morning, Jonathan. How are you? Do you guys make your, sheets, daily sheets of like what you're going to do, or what you want to do, or what you should do, and to follow it? I have a bad habit of, I do it, and then like I said, I always add to it, which is bad. They only have 5 units today. Depending on how many bidders show up, could be good or bad. Yeah, very true. But look at it this way too. It's a little entertainment. Bring a coffee, or I don't know. Like I said, I don't know where you are. Maybe a hot chocolate with something, and just look and see what's going on. Try to learn from it. See what I mean. I don't know how good you are at it. I don't know how new you are at it, but you can always see what people are looking at, what they're going for. Mississippi, wow. So it's kind of cold there, right? I'm sure like every place there's trends, what people look at and what people look for. Not yet. Okay. I know I saw a post, somebody posted on one of the boards that they live in Massachusetts. I'm from Massachusetts. And they asked, does it make a difference where you live to get good stuff? Or something on that idea. Hello, Buying Space. And people were saying yes and yes. One person chimed in, said they live in Florida and they have estate sales and garage sales, flea markets open year round and stuff. I don't think it's necessarily where you live. Sandy and I drive up to Boston. Now it's been 3 times, 4 times a year, probably. And we thrift all the way up, and especially in Massachusetts, New Hampshire, and we go all the way up to Maine, and we shop and thrift and do some antiquing and stuff. The funny thing, I was telling somebody the other day, I find more Disney shirts in Massachusetts than I do here, living 30 minutes from Disney. It's, in souvenirs, cups and pens and stuff like that. Call me Myra. I'm in Florida. Oh, Myra, how are you? Yes, I remember now. But yeah, so I don't think it makes a difference where you live. It's just a matter of where you source, what you look for. I mean, we go, like I said, we go to antique shops, we go to thrift stores. When you go to Maine on Route 1, there's antique stores and thrift stores and antique malls and stuff all over the place. Hello, Sleepless Hustler. And I find good stuff all the time. I just thought it was funny that, I live 30 minutes from Walt Disney World, and I find more Disney merchandise in New England or New Hampshire and Massachusetts than I do here in Florida sometimes, usually all the times. Could it be Batman? I don't understand what that means. Could it be Batman? So what else is everybody doing? What else is everybody up to today? Anybody want to come in and chat? I'll give you the link. Using text to speak, not working very well. And you have to deal with the autocorrect and stuff. Like me, some people say I still have my Boston accent, and I don't speak correct King's English. So autocorrect is with me all the time. Sleepless Huster wears a Batman costume. Oh, cosplay? Do you make money from doing that? Because I do know people that own one of the Ruby's, like $1,500 Batman suits, and they get hired. They hire themselves out for events, grand openings, and stuff like that. Getting ready to walk into a thrift store. I went to one the other day. It was interesting. I walked up with a bunch of stuff, put it on the counter, and she says, we're only cash, right? And I said, no. I said, but looking at the prices, I should be okay. But they had everything. And the funny thing is, they took a hint from Savers, and they put stuff in a plastic bag. So like 5 DVDs, 10 DVDs, kitchen utensils. We don't have Savers here in Florida. Good morning, Donna. How are you? We don't have Savers here. So when we thrift going up back home, I call it, we stop at all of the Savers, and there's a couple of cool ones in New Hampshire. And they do the same thing. They have whole 4-foot sections, like kitchen, and everything's bagged and with a price on it. And this thrift store here in Orlando, I think it was a Christian thrift. They did the same thing, and the prices were really good. So I was pretty amazed. I just stumbled across it because I had to go to the doctor last week, and I said, let me take the back road home because the highway is ridiculous. Donna, if you want to come on and talk and say hi a little, I'll give you the link. Yeah, but that was cool. They had a lot of different things. I didn't look at any of the clothes. They were swamped with clothes, racks upon racks upon racks of clothes, and people had just. I mean, one woman, I don't know if she's a reseller or what, but she just pulled her carriage up, and it was just like an overload of clothes on it. So the deals must have been good, but I'm done with the clothes. I don't want to do clothes anymore at all. I hate the measuring. Although, what's the program? I forget what the program is. Where are you? Where are you? Oh, I must have deleted it. Yeah, I think I deleted it. I had one left in there. They did a purse for Sandy, and they said, we feel the price that you should list this at is $185. And they said, where'd you get it? And we told them Macy's was closing, and we bought a bunch of stuff. Won 3 storage units yesterday. Wow. Oh, I understand. I forget the program though. But all you do is you with your phone, you take a picture of the front, take a picture of the back, and it says you take a picture of any damage. You take a picture of the labels, any labels, more labels, yes, or that one label's enough, yes. Oh, 2 storage units. Wow, that's cool. Yeah, I'm still not there yet. Um, and then they say, what's the measurements? So you still have to measure it, but then they do the research, they do the listing and everything, and all you do is accept it, make any changes, and you accept it. Um, which is okay. I did it for their first 2-3 months when they were free. They did everything. So I gave them appliances and everything, because the nice thing about having them do it is they searched all the keywords. So their listings would grab some more attention. And I need to buy, um, but then when they became paid, when they had all the bugs worked out and everything, they're only doing fashion, clothing. So I don't want to do clothing anymore. So I stopped using it. But it's very good. And there's more and more stuff like that coming out. Like, I'm hooked. I don't know if you heard me yesterday. I'm hooked on Inventory Lab. That's what I'm going to do today before it gets sweltering hot here. I'm going to try to finish my truck. I have one more door panel to do, and then I have to vacuum. And then I'm going to come in here and start packing my boxes. I got to make my list active, my batch active, so I can submit it to Amazon and then start that process all over again. So fun times, fun times. Loan Paul just woke up. Thankfully, none of my buyers are into close. So you source for other people, Arthur? Oh, I keep looking at different screens. You know, I love having 2 screens, but sometimes you forget which one is the real one. I put the link in there if anybody wants to come in live and talk. Don't be nervous. I hear that all the time. The other day when I went on, no, I'm too nervous to go on. I don't want to talk or anything. I'll just type. The same thing when I was on the radio. I had a radio show here in Orlando for a year, and I used to get people to come on, and it's like, oh, do I really have to talk? Well, no, nobody will hear you if it's radio. Remember? And then back home in Massachusetts, I was on TV a few times, and I guess I'm okay with doing it. I'm kind of outgoing anyway. And when I was with somebody else, I said, now don't forget, there's just 1 million people on the other side of that camera watching you. Funniest thing, when one of the women, as soon as the guy said go, she froze. We all started laughing. Years since I did eBay and Amazon. Yes. So so you're saying that you buy for other people. So are you just you act like a middleman? You source for people that can't source, or get things for people that can't find things. Kind of like when we go on the auctions with T, you see people in the chat, and sometimes I'll put something in the chat, and like one time I said, it's almost like we're sourcing for you people. And a couple of people said, well, we can't get out, or it's too cold here and there's no place to source, or the closest thrift store is 50 miles away. So it's funny when you talk to people in the chat, the things you find out. The other thing I found out was there's a lot of people that, like me, have medical issues, and I couldn't believe it. I'm their time saver. They can spend more time selling. Absolutely. And Donna says it's true. Absolutely. So Arthur, why don't, and I know you go into tease auctions and stuff, and you've been here now a couple of times. Put a tell us what you're looking for your people. Like, I don't know if you know, you were here the other day. I still buy direct from distributors because I had a comic collectible store. Wow, I mean, way back, and I've had a few, sold them. Most of them I sold, and then I closed and I moved it all online. Hello, DLC. But I still have a couple, I think 3 accounts open with distributors that I used to buy from way back when that are still doing it. And if there's something that you want that's new in the toy realm, I could help you. If not, I have contacts also. Like a friend of mine that has a comic shop, he's into now Loungefly handbags and stuff like that. I know I bought one for Sandy that was, well, because it had Figment on it, Figment from Epcot Center. But he gets them brand new. He's got a ton of stuff, like he's got probably a pallet load of stuff like Buffy the Vampire Slayer, Big Bang Theory, all that stuff. So if you're ever looking for stuff like that, let me know. And Donna started buying, I guess, liquidation and pallet loads too. So she has new stuff. So yeah, if there's anything, I mean, put it out there. It's basic networking. Anybody looking for anything, you never know. When you have 50 people, even 20 people in a chat, you put something out there. You don't know what other people are into. I've done real estate now for the last 16 years, but in between I've done eBay also still. And you talk to people, like I used to put in the chat all the time, what else are you into? Yeah, you do real estate, but what about you personally? What else are you into? You hear it all, well, I still collect baseball cards. I look at comic books. I'm a closet geek. I love sci-fi fan, stuff like that. And even when I was doing my real estate stuff, I would still go to Comic-Con in San Diego, and I would post videos online and stuff. And like one of them said, here's what 100,000 geeks look like crossing the street, because I don't know if you've ever been to San Diego Comic-Con. You must have seen the videos. There is literally 200,000-300,000 people swarming San Diego, that area by the convention center. And people would respond to me when I go back, I never knew you were into comics and that type of stuff. Yeah, 40 years plus. Wow, can you find this? Can you find that? And like where Sandy works at I'm sorry, I'm rattling so much, but I'm the only one talking. Sandy works at the airport, and she found out that one of the people that worked for her was into the Joker. And when Sandy would come with me to San Diego Comic-Con, she would send her pictures of the interesting Joker stuff we would find. Oh, can you pick this up for me? Can you pick that up for me? And then I would tell her, hey, I have this coming in. It's going to be released in 3 weeks. And, I have a case coming in. Do you want one? Yes, yes, yes. So you never know who you run into. The more I try to phase out of sourcing, the more it seems to grow. And it's only really a hobby for me. Hey, if it's an extra source of income, I'm a big fan. I'm a huge fan of multi-streams of income. Paul, what was the name of the place you went to? Oh, it was Bin Time. Fantastic. We're going back. We're going to go up there and look for look for property. And I told Sandy, I says, we're definitely going back. They opened one in Palm City. Wow. I don't know where Palm City is. Isn't that by like the Panhandle as you're going to Texas or New Orleans? Oh, that's near you. Well, it was good, but I wanted to see what they did, how they did it. And 45 minutes north. Oh, cool. So it's 45 minutes, you're 3 hours. Not bad. Because I thought I'm always thinking. It's the entrepreneur in me, I guess. I told Sandy, I said, wow, I'd love to open up something like that. And I said, pretty easy. Because there's like 10 now distributors selling pallets of Amazon returns and stuff like that, and Walmart returns and Target returns. The Palm Coast, the jokes are endless. I don't get that, but that's okay. I'll definitely have to make it down to see and meet you in person, Donna. Oh, please hit the thumbs up, everybody, and hope you subscribe to me. It would help. Yeah, we'll definitely have to do it sometime. Sandy's back to work, and her days off are Wednesdays and Thursdays. And but she is going in for surgery again. I don't know when. She's trying to hold off as long as she can. Then I have to go in. I'm going in next week or the week after next for an injection. They're going to see how that works. If it doesn't work, in 2 more weeks, I go in for another one. If that doesn't work, in 2 weeks, they're going to go in and burn the nerve. And hopefully that'll work. And they said I should be pain-free for at least 6 months to a year. That would be awesome. So she's going to gear her surgery around my, whatever you call it. But then we're going north. Oh, okay. You come for the tournaments. Volleyball, right? Tournaments. Paul, some type of pain blocker. The way I've already had it done, I've had injections in my lower back, and it was 5 years ago, 6 years ago now, and the pain's just starting to come back little by little. In my neck, I have 3 discs herniated, pressing against my spinal cord. So the injection helps, he says, steroids and the fluid. Hopefully the steroid will reduce the inflammation of the disc, and the fluid will put the fluid back around the spinal cord to make the buffer between the disc and the spinal cord. If not, the last injection actually burns the nerve. So if this is your nerve, it burns it, and it stops the pain receptors from going to the brain. Sounds freaky, scary, but I'll, if it's going to get me out of pain, I'm into it. But the nerve grows back eventually. Oh, Donna's had it done. Yeah, my thing is, it's like, man, my brain is right there. When the last injection I had, that doctor hit something, and I was in bed for 3 days afterwards. He says, yeah, the catheter, that we put the fluid in with must have hit something. Must have, like, I'm in so much pain. But anyway, thanks everybody for coming. And I appreciate everybody's input and feedback and talking and stuff. Like I said, anybody wants to come on, just let me know. And I'll send you the link and we could chat a little. Yeah, he says that they have to put you out. My lower back, they don't. He says you could. When I first went in, I said, well, it's just a needle, right? And he says, yeah. He says, no problem. But the thing is, you can't drive or anything. So Sandy's got to take me home. But when they do the neck, they said, yeah, we have to sedate you because I guess you can't move because they use an X-ray to see exactly where they're going. But like I said, I will do anything at this point to stop the pain. Sandy and I have been on a diet now for a month or for 5 weeks. Because that's the other thing. You're a big guy. Yeah, I know I'm a big. Tell me something I don't know. You will be so happy afterwards. It's been a long time since I've been happy. I've had the radio frequency done on my lower back. It has lasted over a year now. Wow, I've never heard of radio frequency. Thank you, Donna. I don't know if you guys know. Probably not. I went in for surgery. I wish you the best, Paul. Take good care. Thank you. I went into surgery, I think, April of last year, May of last year. And I was so psyched. I was nervous as hell, but I was psyched. They were going to remove 2 of the discs and put a plate in. They put a spacer in and they put a plate in. And he said, that should solve the pain in your arms. He said, and both surgeons said, I don't know why you have a headache, and that's not the case, and blah, 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 blah. So anyway, nervous as hell. Get to the hospital. I'm all prepped and ready to go. They wheel me into the room where they're going to do the surgery. They put me out. Next thing I know, they woke me up. We couldn't do the surgery. Really? So they recommended me to this other doctor in Orlando who has like this, their place has this multi-million-dollar equipment. He says they can do it. They can do anything there. So that surgeon I went to a week ago, and he says, I don't recommend it. He says, your age, you're a big guy. He says, I don't want to have to go in, do the surgery, because once they stabilize the discs together, he says, your head's going to move, your body's going to move, those aren't going to move. He says, I don't want to have you come back in here in 5 years and have to do another one. So he recommended I have what's called a facet, where they burn the nerve. Okay, got to get my crazy day started. I'll do a premiere later of my storage unit. Go live in the storage unit. That thing I bought you, clip it to the top. Just put the camera on, clip it to the top so you get a nice view down and you could see more stuff. And I've done it before. I've clipped that thing. I have one. It's right here. Mine's right here. I've clipped it everywhere. Doing videos for homes. Sometimes I'll just keep it on my desk and have my thing here so I can read. Dolly, good morning. I've done it where I would clip it on top of a cabinet. I would be out. I would put it on top of the truck, on the luggage rack, different things like that. Yeah, Arthur. I mean, I hate a back surgery or anything like that, but it has come a long way. Dolly, you want to come on and chat a bit? If you want, or if anybody wants. There's the link. Anyway, why do we always start talking about surgery and stuff? So it's thank you for hitting the like button. I see that I avoid all knives if possible. Yeah, my motto used to be way back. My doctor says I'm not allowed to have pain enter my body. When you turn 50, that like goes out the window. San, is that you? Okay. Well, Sandy's up. Device is not connected. Ladies and gentlemen, Dollz Dolly.
It's dark in my room.
You got to get some light in front of you.
Let's see.
Now that's going to make it worse. There you go. That's better.
Yeah.
No, that's bad.
Let's close it.
Behind you, close behind you, and open in front of you.
Okay. I have to move my lighting.
There you go. Yeah, it's. I'm sorry. I went to High Thrifting Lounge. I've been into photography my whole life.
Oh, you're fine.
You never want light behind you, because then that makes you just a dark figure.
Mm-hmm.
So how are you this morning?
I'm good. I'm trying to get stuff done, and it's not happening.
No? What's the weather like there? I understand some snow?
A lot of snow.
Really?
Oh, yeah. We're covered. We got probably about 3-4 inches last night.
On top of how many did you have already?
Maybe an inch or so.
Oh, so not too bad.
No.
I mean, I lasted through the blizzard of 78 back home, where we got, I think, 3 feet of snow.
Oh, yeah. I seen pictures of it. My grandma had pictures.
Oh, that's nice. Make me feel real good. My grandmother told me about that. Yeah. Yeah.
Well, I am an 80s baby. Come on.
Yeah, so's my son. My son's going to be 37, Sam? 38 this year.
Yeah. That's what I'm going to be next week is 38.
Really? Wow. Well, happy birthday.
Me and my sister share the same birthday.
Oh, twins?
No.
No?
Mm-mm.
Okay. Brothers? Do you have any brothers?
Oh, I have 2 brothers, and they're a handful.
Wow. Big family.
Yeah.
It's just me. And then my son is just my son. Wow.
Well, hello, Jonathan. And DLC.
Arthur says he may get some snow.
You can have all the snow you want.
I like snow, but around Christmas.
Yeah, see, I'm the same way. I can have it at Christmas time, but any other time, forget it.
Yeah, because, I mean, back in Massachusetts, it's like, all right, you're going to have it. It looks beautiful coming down on the trees and everything. Then it's going to rain the next day, and it's going to have a nice ice cover over it. Then you're going to drive in it for the next 2-3 weeks, and it's going to get all black, and then it looks lousy.
Yeah. I had a terrible accident a couple years back. It was snowing really bad. And I was hit, and I knew it was coming. I saw the guy, how he was reacting.
Yeah.
So I tried to slow down as much as I could, but it wasn't really helping. And I was like, oh, crap. And I braced myself for it, and I knew it was coming. So I sat in front of the police station for over 2 hours in the car accident, and nobody came to help me.
Wow. Wow.
So that's why I hate snow.
Yeah, I don't blame you. I like the atmosphere and stuff, and You know, you go down the street and sometimes it's just very quiet because the snow is coming down.
I'm sorry, I was just trying to figure out where some money came from.
Oh, sorry.
Sorry for the weird face I gave everybody because I was checking something.
So what platforms do you sell on?
I sell on Mercari and I sell on eBay. Right now,
Okay.
my eBay store is down, and I'm going to start. Well, actually, here in a little later on today, I'm going to put more stuff back up.
Oh, okay.
So, because I had to do inventory and I had to figure out what I still had left and what I didn't. So,
Yeah, I did inventory, boy, before we left in November, I think October. And it was funny when I said, "Where is this piece? Where is this piece? I've had it for a while. Where is it?" Oh, you sold it. And for some reason it got relisted. So when we left to go home in November, I took everything down, 600 and something listings, because I didn't want to have to worry about, well, how come you're not going to ship it in 3 weeks, 4 weeks, 5 weeks? Because I don't know when I'm going to come home. So I figured the best thing is just to remove everything and not relist everything, but sell similar.
Right. So that's what I'm going to do too. And I have like tons of train sets that I have to get back up there. So,
and I thought that was the best way to do the inventory, was start that way. 70 here, raining in South Carolina, but we need a little snow last week. But we had a little snow last week. That's what we're going to look to go. Is the Carolinas, I think.
Go snow hunting. Arthur says, nice thing about living in the deep South, you can go snow hunting when I want to see it.
Oh.
I'm not going to look for it.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Oh man, I can remember way back when we lived in the city that you'd shovel out your parking space, then people would put chairs, barrels, or whatever to save their parking space. I don't know if they still do that, but then the snowplow would come and plow it back in, and you'd have to shovel it back out again.
I remember in the 90s, the year just before I graduated from high school, it was snowing so bad that we actually got a month off from school. And I went nuts. So my grandma and grandpa couldn't get out because we were up on the hill. And they were all covered in, and it actually required to be snowplowed. But since we lived up on the hill and we're the highest point, I actually would walk into town just to go see my friends.
Wow. Jonathan said, "Good morning, Adam."
Good morning, Adam.
Adam, if you want to come in, I'll send you the link. Or it's in the chat, actually, a lot above you. I drive to North Carolina mountains to see snow if I want to see it. That's cool. So you're in Ohio.
Yes, I'm in Ohio.
And you get your stuff from storage auctions?
Well, actually, I get mine from a variety of places. I get mine from storage units. I get mine from estate sales. I do mine from Facebook Marketplace. And then I also do like thrifting.
Okay. And you know, the funny thing, I said this in the chat when you and Lisa were doing your auction. You gals have so much NASCAR, you'd think you were from Florida.
Yeah, I heard you say that.
Yeah, because it's like NASCAR crazy here. When I first got here from Massachusetts, I thought we drove crazy, but it's like every road down here is NASCAR. People are just, speed limit's 40, nah, 80. It's crazy, but then there is a lot of NASCAR stuff here. But yeah, I said, well, they're not even in Florida, and they're NASCAR crazy.
Well, what happened was a guy reached out to me in regards to the items that he had, and he's like,
"Hello, Larry.
I need to get no, it's okay." He's like, "I need to get rid of this stuff. So I know you do a lot of reselling. Other people have recommended you buying from them." So I went and checked out the items. They're like, "Oh yeah, I'll buy it." So I got a good deal.
Yeah. Hello, Simply Dana.
Hello, Simply Dana. Hello, Larry.
Yeah, Adam says he bought 3 cars from Donna. She was in here a little while ago.
Yeah, I saw that she was in here.
You and Lisa should get together and do an auction of just NASCAR stuff.
We are. We're going to do it this Sunday.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Well, this is Thursday. I wouldn't see now. I'm always, the mind's always rolling.
Yeah.
I would do it in another week. I would start promoting it now. NASCAR auction every day. And if you can make, I mean, I used to do this with my agents too about video and stuff like that. If you could make the link today, and you should be able to, do it like, I don't know, a Friday, 6 o'clock or something. I always look at what's the worst day, the night for TV, and promote it. And if you could do the link now, do a Google ad. Put like $10 in it.
These are some good ideas.
Yeah, I mean, I would put some pictures of. Now I don't know if you could put pictures, steal pictures, borrow pictures from NASCAR, because it's like Disney. You're not allowed to use Disney images, but you can use images of the stuff, the toys, the collectibles. So if you laid a couple of cars out and a couple of different items that you have, program books, or you have cars, I know that, whatever, and NASCAR auction, you may get a lot more people in.
That's a good point, because I do promote it on my Facebook, because around here there's a lot of NASCAR fans.
Yep.
So it's like getting your hands on stuff is almost impossible, or you're going to pay really high prices to get it.
Right. And the other thing, like Jonathan says, Carolina people go crazy over NASCAR. And that's true. I remember that. But the other thing you could do is look at groups for NASCAR fans. And see if they'll allow you to put a link to the auction for that night in there.
That's a good point. Okay. I'm writing some ideas down, because those are good ideas.
Yeah, I'm full of good ideas.
Lisa is too, if you get her talking about it.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. But yeah, with so much NASCAR stuff, you really need to be hitting the NASCAR collectors, the NASCAR fans. I mean, I've seen people buy the hoods and stuff like that, and the tires, like diehard fans. I'm a diehard fan for some stuff, but I don't want to. I mean, you go in. I've been in an office of one of my distributors once, and hanging on the wall was a hood from somebody's car with a big dent on one of the corners.
Oh my gosh.
But I bought it at auction. It's so good, isn't it? I'd rather have the car myself,
Right. Forget the pieces. Give me the whole car.
Yeah. And I don't know. I mean, have you ever been to a NASCAR race?
I have not.
I haven't either. Has anybody in the chat been, you full of something, LOL? If you have a lot of merch, marketing is definitely a plus. You full of something, LOL. Wow. All right. Maybe that's a joke on I'm full of ideas.
Yeah,
but
maybe.
I have always thought that people only go to NASCAR races to see the accidents.
Well, that's a good point too. They probably did. I had one time where I won.
Okay, Jonathan. It's all right. Go ahead.
To a NASCAR race, and I actually just gave them away.
Really?
Yep, and I even had the pit pass and everything, and I was like, "Yeah, it's not for me."
Yeah, it doesn't. I mean, yeah, what? Sandy and I went to a fair once, and we saw a demolition derby.
Mm-hmm.
I thought that was pretty cool. Because actually people are, destroying something.
Right.
And it was pretty fun, actually. Somebody gets a junker and you take all the glass out and you just paints a name on it or something. And all right, everybody go.
My uncle actually owns a speedway.
Really?
Sometimes I will go and watch those, but I had never been to a NASCAR.
Wow, that's cool. Adam says, I haven't either. 45 minutes from Dover and probably 3 hours from Pokonix.
Where are you from, Adam?
I'm sorry, joking. I've been to races, but not NASCAR. Dana. I don't think I've ever been to a race either. And the Daytona 500 is here, and the Daytona Coke thing is here. They say.
Aren't you close to Daytona?
Yeah, I'm an hour and a half away. They say President Trump is going to be there Sunday for the 500. It's like, it's like watching a tennis match.
Mm-hmm.
The cars go around and around and around.
And it gets boring, and then you want to fall asleep.
That's about it, yeah.
I can watch up my TV if I want to watch it.
I lose my focus really fast, I guess.
Squirrels.
Yeah, shiny objects.
That's what my kids tell me. You see a shiny object and you're gone.
Distracted, yep.
I'm like,
Adam says he lives in South Jersey, just east of Philadelphia, I guess. Have to go to Daytona Beach one day. Yeah, I think everybody should see it at least once.
I've been there. I've seen it.
Yeah, Sandy and I stayed there once. Oh, because Turkey Run was there. I don't know if you know what Turkey Run is.
No, I don't.
Turkey Run is the biggest swap meet for cars, collector cars in the country. It's Thanksgiving weekend.
Oh, that's
so
interesting.
She happened to have a couple of days off, and I said, I want to go. If you go with money in your pocket and you're a big car fan, you'll probably end up leaving with the car.
Oh, wow.
Because there's one, and it's all on the Daytona track. And one year we went, I was looking to get a Mustang, an old Mustang, but the prices were insane. But people just walk around and they're buying parts and engines and whatever parts you need for your car to redo your car. There's people walking around with the little red wagons full of stuff.
Oh, wow.
But it was really cool. But then we stayed on the beach. It was nice. It was cool. It's definitely worth seeing. I think we've been there a couple of times. And then you ever heard of the world's longest yard sale or the world's longest garage sale?
No, I've not. That'd be something interesting.
That was on my bucket list. It starts in Alabama and goes all the way up to, is it Michigan?
Yeah.
All in this one highway.
Oh.
Like I said, it was on my bucket list. We did it, and I'll never do it again.
What was your worst experience?
Turning on the radio and only hearing preachers and religious stuff like that. I mean, we're in the mountains too.
Right.
You're going up there. No, I think it's a lot more than 100 miles, Larry, because it goes through a lot of states. We started in Florida, went over. So I think we hit Alabama, and then we went up. And we stopped at either the Kentucky or Tennessee border. What we were finding was a lot of old Coke memorabilia, and a lot of cast iron. A lot of cast iron.
I heard the cast iron sells really good, especially like certain pans and pots.
Yeah, I don't know anything about it.
Well, I had one guy, because like I don't know if you know, like from What the Hells, and I was doing Dick Goddard's estate, and this guy that I was doing it with and hosting it, he had another person that I went to their house, and she had some, and he was pulling up the comps on it. He's like, "Look, this stuff sounds really nice."
Wow.
So he got like $60 just for one.
Wow.
And it was really old.
Yep. The cool thing about it, hold on, that must have been fun, Dana. Dana, I went to Daytona Beach, but to see Bryan Adams. Oh, okay. Is that no? Lonnie and John went to that, and they brought their wives with them. All right. Yeah, I haven't watched Lonnie in a long time. I went to a flea market in Texas years ago that was promoted as the world's largest, 3 days, and I still didn't see it all. Wow. The cool thing about this world's longest, they have their own Facebook page too, is it's almost like Brimfield back home. Brimfield is like one of the largest antique shows in the country, I guess. It's the whole town, one road through the whole town, and a field can be empty today, and all of a sudden there's 100 vendors there.
Oh, wow.
And across the street, the same thing, and across the street, and down the street. And it's like, you can just keep going and going and going. I know a friend of mine that sets up there every year, and you could see stuff from coffins from the 1800s.
Oh, that'd be interesting.
To toys from yesterday.
Oh, wow.
It was interesting. It was very, very interesting. I miss going to that. We went there several times. But it's cool when they do something like that. You got an empty field, and set up a show. The weather's great. Set up a show. Just have some new radio stations that play some current music.
I went because my warehouse is in the heart of the flea market. I guess they call it the heart of flea markets, and it's Hartville. I don't know if you guys heard of it. It's right number 3 in the world.
Yep.
So that's where my warehouse sits. But when I go to set up at that flea market, because I will sell there as well.
Yep.
You have to be there at 3:00 in the morning, or you don't get a spot.
Wow.
So I hate doing that one, but sometimes I will.
Yeah. Wow. So is your warehouse, is it open to the public?
Sometimes I will open it to the public, but it's very highly, I don't let them just go through the warehouse because I have too many valuables.
Yeah.
And I don't have them locked down, but I will set out tables and then I'll invite them in.
Oh, okay. That's cool. You ever watch, what's his name? Rabbit, Resale Rabbit, is it?
I've heard of him, but I've not watched him yet.
He has a warehouse, and he buys a ton of pallets. He buys closeouts from stores going out of business and that type of stuff. And he's run a warehouse sale, and he says, I'm just going to put everything at $1 or everything at $2. And he does very well.
But that's what I do too. I will open it up, and some of the stuff I would just put $1 or $2 on it. Yeah. And then if it doesn't sell this time, then the next time I do it, I'll raise the prices back up and then go back to the cycle again.
Yeah.
Because I was told, I had several people approach me at this flea market and told me that my prices were way too low for some of the stuff.
Wow.
So they're saying, because they're snooty in the area, and if the prices aren't right, they're not going to look at you and they're not going to buy your stuff. So I'm like, are you serious? And they're like, no, we're not kidding. So I'm like, okay. Raise my prices and I made better sales.
Wow. Yeah, DLC says she loves Resale Rabbit. It's funny, her next text or her next chat that came in, I got an alert that says the message is held for review. Do you want to show it or do you want to hide it? And she didn't spell it correctly, but so I said show it. That was interesting. I never saw that happen before.
Yeah, I know.
I guess they're
See, I also watch Shed Flips. I don't know if you know anything about Shed Flips.
That's Lonnie, right?
Yeah. Yep, I love that guy. He's good.
Yep. I told him when he was building that thing, I gave him a suggestion in the chat twice. Because I watched him as he built as he bought it and built it, he put the insulation up and stuff. And then he put it on the roof. He covered the walls. And I told him, I says, I hope you're going to cover the roof, at least with plastic.
Right.
Because if you're going to work in there, you're not going to want to breathe that stuff.
Right.
And I don't care. All right.
Oh my gosh. Some people, they don't.
Well, I mean, you can only, YouTube censorship at its finest. You can only suggest or tell something so many times, and it's like, okay,
Right.
But yeah, I mean, he's in there every day for 8 hours working, and the sides are exposed. Yeah, he's got it stapled, but it's not air sealed.
Mm-hmm.
Air's going to escape, and the stuff's going to escape. Don't want to be breathing that. You don't want to be with that all the time, every single day.
That's what I told my boyfriend when I bought my house down here and we had to tear out the walls.
Yeah.
I was like, you need to put on a face mask or you need to leave.
Yeah.
And he's like, no, I don't need to do that. I'll be fine. If something hasn't killed me by now, it's not going to kill me. It's not going to kill me. And I'm good to go. And I was like, it's on you. I don't want to hear it. I want no complaints from you.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I was just offering a suggestion or whatever. And it's like, okay. Wow. So what do you have going on today?
I'm trying to finish up packing up all that orders and getting them out my door before the mailman gets here.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm all set with mine. All my eBays and everything are out.
Yeah, I'm kind of lazy. I hate doing it, but at the same time, I love it. So it's kind of like a love-hate relationship.
Right. I know what you mean. I got to get my Amazons packed, and I want to get them out today, tomorrow, the latest.
Yeah, if I don't have it on my porch, the mailman will not touch it. He will not even come back for it.
Wow. Yeah, I lucked out. We have I used to get a call all the time, but then some people wouldn't pay until the morning, and you got to set up the pickup before 3 a.m. So they opened up a new post office outlet, not that far away, halfway from my house to the regular post office. So I go in there. He's never busy. Hey, Paul, how you doing? Here's where everything. I got more. And he just scans it. And it's great.
See, now I just scheduled them to pick it up at my house.
Yeah.
Because it's not worth my time keep running to the post office. I was running every day.
Right, exactly.
So I ain't got time for that.
Yeah, me too. But I used to take the dog with me all the time too, so she liked it.
Well, yeah, DLC, I tell them I'm a nurse. I know what I'm talking about. But you still have those stubborn people that think they know better, so just let them go.
Right.
Just let them go. Let them do what they want to do.
Yep. All right, Dolly, I'm going to cut it here. Thanks for coming on.
Thanks for having me.
Oh, no problem. Thanks, everybody, for coming in and sharing some time with us and talking a little. It was great. And hope everybody has a productive Thursday.
Yep.
And make a lot of money today. Get some stuff done. I know I'm going to try my best too. I'm sure Sandy will be happy about that. All right, everybody. Good morning. Bye, Dolly.